Welcome back, Chelsea fans. Today I wanted to start a new series which I called Reality Check, and the reason behind this is simple. Couple of videos ago I have predicted the whole Chelsea season, including Premier League, Champions League, Carabao Cup and FA Cup. And we have completed 3 months of competitive games, and right now I want to check how good or bad my predictions were. As you might remember, it's my 21st season with Chelsea, and for myself, I just want to know how I feel this beloved club. Before we proceed, as always, I would ask you to subscribe and leave a comment, because every comment that you leave will automatically participate in this Cole Palmer figure giveaway, which will happen as soon as my channel hits 100 subscribers. Starting from our loss against Brighton, I've been hearing this agenda about Maresca out, but let's have a look at Chelsea's last 9 matches. We have 7 wins, we have scored 20 goals, which is really a lot, but we also conceded 11. And those 11 goals were conceded because first we have problems with center backs, we have a lot of injuries, and second, because of such an immense amount of matches, Maresca needs to rotate the squad. If we look at those matches, then we can clearly see, and I keep repeating myself, that this season Chelsea can score in every game. Actually, we failed to score only in the opener against Crystal Palace. And it doesn't matter whether it's a low block or back 5, Chelsea can find a couple of goals. But we could all agree that a loss at Stamford Bridge against Sunderland came out of the blue. We didn't expect this loss after an amazing run of games against Liverpool, Forest and Ajax in the Champions League. After that, we had a Carabao Cup tie against Wolves, which I hadn't commented on this channel. Actually, this was one of the games which you don't want to watch. In the first half, everything seems pretty easy, but then suddenly Chelsea loses focus and concedes 3 goals. We are lucky that Jamie Giddens scored that amazing belter. And my personal another reason why I don't like watching those cup games, the transmission, its quality, the colors are off, the camera placement is too low or too high. I just don't feel like it's a proper football game. And then an amazing win against Tottenham. We dominated the game and Tottenham had 0.05 XG. So to sum up this segment, I believe that Maresca is the right man for this job, and I don't think in modern football there is any other reliable coach. And now I want you to have a look at 2 identical situations. We conceded 2 goals from those positions, from those long throw-ins. And if you think about it, if you look at the picture, then you can see that all 11 Chelsea players are defending a throw-in in their own box. You can see a simple mess, an overcrowded area where Sanchez is uncomfortable and cannot jump out to grab the ball or kick the ball out. And I bet you noticed right away the tactical change that our coach and staff attempted to do against Tottenham. It was a perfect mind game. 3 attacking Chelsea players are placed around the center of the pitch when Tottenham has similar long throw-in. And those Chelsea players are specifically short but quick, players like Gusto, Neto and Garnacho, which drew the attention of 3 Tottenham defenders who are simply afraid of a counter-attack. And such positioning helps with the less crowded own penalty box, which enables Sanchez to play more confident with hands and even start a counter-attack with a long throw to the front. Now what's interesting is how Arsenal will adapt to this tactical change during set pieces in the game against Chelsea at the end of November. And now to the reality check. What you can see on the graph is the predicted Premier League points up until the end of the season and actual points, which is a red line, which shows how many points Chelsea currently have. And we can see that I'm pretty spot on with my prediction at the beginning of November. But again, I always say this, I want Chelsea to prove me wrong and I want Chelsea to win every game. However, I'm a realistic person and I like to look at things with a reserved optimism, which means I understand that Chelsea will and can drop points almost any game. And should Chelsea win every game, it wouldn't be so entertaining for us, for supporters, to watch the club and to experience this roller coaster of emotions when you beat Liverpool and then you lose to Sunderland. As for the Champions League, you already see 9 points I'm predicting after the game with Karabakh. This means that I will take no excuse if we draw or lose against Karabakh. It doesn't matter which squad Maresca chooses, and it will probably be the B squad of Chelsea, quote unquote, but we need those 3 points to proceed up the table in the group stage of Champions League. As for the Carabao Cup, I believe that we have the easiest fixture against Cardiff, which should put Chelsea to the semi-final of this tournament. November calendar for Chelsea looks a lot relaxed comparing to the October one. We only have 5 matches, 2 of them in the Champions League. So as I mentioned previously, Chelsea should win against Karabakh, should get 3 points against Wolves and against Burnley. I'm not expecting Chelsea to lose against Barcelona, don't get me wrong, but my gut feeling says that Barcelona may fly away from Stamford Bridge with 3 points. So right now, I would say that Chelsea might potentially lose to Barcelona in Champions League. And then at the end of November we have a derby against Arsenal, and I will be honest with you that I will be satisfied with a draw. Actually, this is how I expect November can end for Chelsea in the Premier League, with 24 points. And today I want to finish my series reality check with an optimal squad that we have after 3 months of competitive games. You can see, and you probably can agree, that Robert Sanchez is undroppable. We have seen Jorgensen in a game against Wolverhampton and he was really jittery. He wasn't confident at all. Then I have Chalobah and Achampong as center backs, simply because we haven't seen enough of Jorel Hato. Badiashile is always injured. Wesley Fofana has definitely played a great game against Tottenham, but he is injury prone as well. Marco Correa should be starting every game, as well as Moises Caicedo, who is the best Chelsea player right now, and arguably, and I don't like this arguably, Moises Caicedo is simply the best midfielder in the Premier League, and he showed it once again with his determination and an amazing assist for Joao Pedro. Reece James seems to be fit, and not only physically, but he is fit to his new role, because I like how Reece James is playing in the midfield. And right up front, you might say that it's a controversial 5 players, but let me explain. Malo Gusto, I was really hating on him a couple of games ago, but since then he had a good rest, and Enzo Maresca started utilizing Malo Gusto as another number 10. Pedro Neto is in my optimal 11 just because he is a crazy workaholic. As for Argentinian duo, Enzo and Garnacho, you might have probably noticed in the Tottenham game that these two linked up pretty smoothly. And Joao Pedro is up front, which is for me an obvious choice, even though I badly wanted Liam Delap to return, but he returned and got himself a red card within a couple of minutes. I'm also not convinced about Marc Guiu, and I'm really glad that Joao Pedro started to score again. Those are my thoughts today. You have seen my prediction, you have listened to my commentary. I don't blame you if you think I'm delusional and I don't want Chelsea to win anything this season. I will repeat myself. I'm expecting Chelsea to go far in Champions League, to get the 4th or 5th place in the Premier League so that we can play in the Champions League again next season, and I'm almost sure that we are going to reach the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. And even though the upcoming fixtures in semi-final and probably in final of this tournament might be hard and will definitely be against Premier League teams, I think this is the cup that Chelsea wants and can win under Maresca. As for FA Cup, it hasn't started yet, so there is nothing to brag about. As always, if you like my videos or if you like a new format, hit a like, hit subscribe, comment on this video to be one of the participants to win this Cole Palmer figure which I got in the Chelsea's Megastore in London. Take care and see you in the next one.